on military. Everything every single thing he said is a lie. Every single one. For example, veterans and a hell of a lot. No, he said the veterans are a hell of a lot better since the past PAC Act. That's another fucking lie. I know a lot of veterans are still on the streets and still homeless and still in messed up position. Veterans should have everything. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Just like you owe us reparations as black people, because you reparate everybody else except the black man, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The second would be your fighters who went over and risked their life and got killed and killed people in the name of your garbagical piece of shit. You should have gave them houses, just like you should have gave every black person a house. You should have gave them money. You should have gave them, you know what I'm saying, free medical, free no taxes, and a whole lot more shit that you could do in itself to make sure that black people are secure. But you preach this bullshit that you talk about equality and all this dumb lying ass using the truth to hide your lying ass conduct bullshit. Fuck out of here talking about the PAC Act. You know what I'm saying? 1 million of them are now insured. And what about a house? And their families have it. And their families have it because what happened, whether what happened, whether was Agent Orange or Burn Pitts, they're all being covered now, and his group opposed that. That's a motherfucking lie. You know what I'm saying? And who was spreading Agent Orange and Burn Pits? Hmm? It was the demon Democrats. They were doing burn pits to the people and spraying chemicals on the people, and it was a demon democratical war. It wasn't a Republican war. It was a demon democratical war. The Vietnam War was a demon democratical Luciferian, you know what I'm saying, in all ways the same order in which they used to move the Africans out of Egypt and control the whole spot. So when you look over there now, all you see is the Ottoman Turks, the Turks, you see Arabs, and you see a lot of bullshit of people that truly is not indigenous to the land, nor is it their land. They're invaders and killers of African people to take over the land. Just go back and listen to many of my lives, you know what I'm saying, about that situation. I put a documentary in words up there, and I think that it would be very interesting for people to look into that because I know a lot of people already know. You know what I'm saying? We're also in a situation where we have great respect for our veterans. That's another fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? I was recently in France. We talking about America. You over there with French, the ones who invaded Vietnam and were killing the Vietnam people in the name of backing up a fucking tyrant, and you stayed over there damn near 60 years murdering them people off. You garbage, nigga. I got you. Talking about you was in France for D-Day. And I spoke to all about, yeah, because you know in America you wouldn't have got no love. You would have probably got booed. You know what I'm saying? Until you ran over to France to try to cover your ass. About, you talking about he went over to France to, and spoke to all about those heroes that died. Yeah, that your group killed and murdered and made them even probably draft them. You imposed the draft on them, you know what I'm saying, and murdered off another group, a whole group of people, and then the ones that volunteered as well volunteered for a corrupt war that was purely demon democratical in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Because we had no right to be over there or to do what we did in Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? He talking about he spoke to them that died, the heroes that died. You know what I'm saying? I went and look what he did there in France. You know what I'm saying? I went to the World War II ceremony because nobody wants you at the World War cemeteries over here. You stinking mother skunk. What about you want to land of those heroes? You go over to France or somewhere else with your crooked group of people that you are in bed with. And you don't show no, you have never showed no respect, or we don't want your respect on those fallen heroes. Violent enough to go out there and fight your corrupt war and get killed, murdered, and all that, and you over there talking that bullshit, and you over in France. You lying motherfucker. Talking about he went to World War III and World War One cemetery, and both of them was your old fucking crooked ass bullshit that y'all were doing. Cause who was here in bed with? IBM, Rockefeller, the Brill, all types of motherfuckers from over here and over there. You were full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you with the World War cemetery, he refused to go to. That Trump refused to go to. No, that ain't in France. What's wrong with you? He was standing with his four-star general, and he told him, he said, I want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. And that's bullshit, and you know it. He probably was talking about the Democrats that were probably there that day. You know what I'm saying? That's who he probably was talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's who he didn't want to be around y'all asses. So you use that to try to swing it around to say that he was talking about the veterans. Oh, yes. My son who served in Iraq was, not a loser. He was not a sucker. You're the sucker or the loser. That's another childish, bullshitical ending statement. But right, that piece of stupid shit. You both of y'all are losers. And we know that in a fact, and I don't see anybody in a rightful mind would see any other way when it comes to them. Yeah, and the only ones that do is the ones that are hardcore nigger ass balls licking or Latino or whatever group you are affiliated by race, that you would sit here and see that them motherfuckers like Creep Joe Biden and the rest of them are any type of fucking hero. You're not thinking about your country, is you? I really wonder what's on your mind. On Charlottesville, you know what I'm saying? Charlottesville. What American presidents, what what American president would ever say Nazi coming out of fields carrying torches, singing the same anti-Semitic uh, bile or whatever, you know what I'm saying, carrying swastikas, you know what I'm saying, were fine people. This is a guy who says Hitler's done some good things. You know what I'm saying? Well, like we all know, in more ways than one, you can sometimes get good out of evil. You know what I'm saying? So that don't swing right in any shape or form. And as far as the swastika is concerned, that comes out of Africa, off in probably the walls of Egypt, and in many schools and different things of drawing of the swastika. So that means in more ways than one that Hitler admired black people, it seemed like to me. You know what I'm saying? From what you're saying. Now, I don't know about what good in this because killing people in all shape and form is not good. But America has killed more African people and genocide more races of people than probably anybody on planet Earth while you're here talking that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And not just one group or one race. You know what I'm saying? And as far as anti-Semitic is concerned, you know what I'm saying? You've been pushing anti-Semitic ever since you've been in government and have been a white cracker in itself. So don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Running this stupid shit, talking about they had done some good things. Yeah, y'all probably did some good things too. And but at the same time, the amount of bad that you did and the genocidal pedophilia, blood sucking, blood sacrifice, and all kind of garbage, nasty shit and shit that you found that you're hiding and all kinds of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't believe. You know what I'm saying? Is definitely, you know what I'm saying, overweighs, you know what I'm saying, the good things that you have done. That that's what he said. This guy has no sense of American demon mockery. You're right. He has no sense of demon mockery, but he do have a sense of country, something that you need to replace that shitty word with that you call democracy. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we move on, we says on making America great again, America is not in decline. It is regraded, is regraded everywhere as the envy of the world. This claim is backed up by Pew Research. First of all, I don't know about envy of the world. We should just be a country in which is a free state that everybody could come to enjoy. But we notice many people that he isn't affiliated with that come to our country come with the same rhetoric as him and every racist, anti-Semitic nutcase on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? They come with the same bullshit. So that tells you who they're in bed with. You know what I'm saying? Who they're in bed with. As far as the envy of the world, we should not be the envy of the world. We should be at peace with the world. Not going over, blowing shit up, killing people, genociding people, backing up genocidal leaders and tyrants in dictators and killing them off and switching them to a dictator of your choice. So you're full of shit on that one. Let's go to the next one. On Trump vows revenge. He does not deny his determination to use the law to revenge himself on his political enemies, using the law to arrest and prosecute them as he wants to use the pardon power to commute the sentence of violent crimes uh, pardon involved in involved in the assault on the Capitol. That's another bullshit lie, and he know it, and will sit right there and bold-facedly say this bullshit and think that people must who. You know one thing I find out about the demon Democrats, they always believe they could tell you what to think. Even when you look at their religious Bible and the people that preach the shit from the book and go around, they always only see one way. And when you present another or one that is actually the truth of it, they get upset, they start screaming, they start acting as if like you're an enemy, they act as if they're ready to fight you, they're ready to push you into the mind frame of what they have in their head, and that's the only way it's going to be. Fuck you. And the rest are all who thinks that way. You know what I'm saying? But we see here in more ways than one, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to say that, you know what I'm saying, that Trump is going to violate. He has to do something in order to get your tyrant motherfuckers up out of our fucking government and bring prosperity to the people so he can provide for himself a true legacy as a president. This is why I said the next time uh, 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 he debates this idiot, he has to stay off of even bashing with this idiot and be more on the focus of the American people and what they're truly trying to hear out of you and that in which you will do. You know what I'm saying? On Trump's competence, Mike Pence, Trump's vice president, as well as 40 high-ranking officials in Trump's administration, refused to endorse him and say he is unfit to be president. That is another lie. You mean many of the 40 that is in his cabinet is crooks and are deemed democratical bound by contract in blood contract written in some bullshit. Okay. Then came Creep Joe Biden, um, pre, pro-Russian or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? He went on to say, Parisian or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He went on to say, creepy in his whatever bullshit, Persian or whatever, we are the most admired country in the world. Okay, where the United States of America. No, we the United States. Fuck your America. We're not in that bullshit with you. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we're gonna have to correct. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I'm saying? But he's talking about we are the United States of America, you know, the Freemasons and Rockefeller and all the rest of them is the of America part. You know, there's nothing beyond our capacity. Yes, there is. It's called chaos and overload of a country in order to cause chaos. You know what I'm saying? We have the finest military in history of the world that are being used and have been used by demon Democrats in order to go across the planet Earth, invade, occupy, murder, and even back tyrants like Netanyahu, Jackass Yahoo, and fucking Zelensky, nutcase ass. Mm-hmm. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And it ain't surprising he backed both of them in no shape or form. All right? You better think about that. We have the finest military in the history of the world. The finest in the history of the world. No one thinks we're weak. No one wants to screw around with us. Nobody. Yeah, because the amount of shit that you did to the world. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that they're scared of you. That don't mean they're scared of you. And that don't mean that that the setup that you already set up, opening the borders and all this different bullshit, won't bring civil war within our country. Hmm? Hmm? So how scared are they? You know what I'm saying? To go up against inside the United States and corrupt it to the point of a civil war. They ain't that much scared of you, is they? You know what I'm saying? It was Trump who uh demon, you know what I'm saying, I guess demonstratively lied. Yeah, the demonstrated. Yeah, you notice he used the word demonstratively, and it's spelled DEMON, starting STRABLY. Lied in a debate. You know what I'm saying? Lied with a utmost self-assurance. Invaded questions. Evaded. I'm sorry. Evaded questions with responsive answers. Uh, I guess blistering or whatever they call it, with alternative facts in lame denial. Creep Joe Biden was on message. I only wish he had more oomph. Yeah, you know, he wasn't on message, he wasn't on point, and Trump didn't do no blistering lying. Everything he said was the truth, based on exactly what has happened to our country and what continues to happen right now. My bottom line is this is must be creepy, not kids, jackass Biden. You know what I'm saying? In more ways, he said my bottom line, disaster may not be, you know what I'm saying, irretrievable. To put it sparkly, yeah, it's gonna be irretrievable because if you corrupt it to the point where it got into the point where it's gone out of complete control and the damage is done, it's good to you. It is good that you would make a statement telling the truth about what you have done. You know what I'm saying? To put it starkly, here's the deal. You know what I'm saying? What deal? Ain't no fucking deal. Vote for a convict felon. Listen, using the convict felon move. You see what I'm saying? Using the convict and the convict felon fool is garbage in all ways, and it should not even be in the speech of a president of another president. No, a president speaking about a president who is the president of a fake ass wannabe president talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But a convicted felon, your bitch ass and your son and your whole family should be in prison right now, just like Trump told Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? And that was true then, just like it's true now. You know what I'm saying? Because these people believe that they can murder, kill, do all the evil shit in the whole wide world and bring about their Luciferian apocalypse, LGBTQ, woke, faggot ass, chaotic bullshit across planet Earth and never go a day in jail for the crimes that they commit. But then still have the right to come amongst the American people and talk as if they never did anything, everyone else the problem, and what I did was great and I saved the world. When in other words, it's the other way around. You get the picture. You're not a kid. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he was a convicted felon trying to lie his way back into power or vote for someone who has proven he can get the job done. Well, who else is he supposed to talk to? You old clown ass. You know what I'm saying? I make no excuses for the creepy vibe. You know what I'm saying? But as a what? A delegate or whatever, lamented lamented in guy and dolls, a person can develop a bad code, and you also can be also very retarded. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So this is pouring black on my analyzation on many things that were said during, and it's many more that was said in the matter of this clown in itself. But to me, it still comes out to the same thing. He's a liar, a crook, a cheat, an idiot, and every fucking thing that you can think of. And people who is feeling sorry for him or voting for him, you are not thinking about your country in any shape or form. You know what I'm saying? All you are thinking about is your affiliation. You're not thinking about no research because in the back of your mind would be, what good that gonna do? You know, so you still ain't gonna get paid. Yeah, you're right about that one because we still haven't gotten our reparations paid either, or anything they owe to us and African people all across the planet Earth that we call Ethiopia, Kemet, Africa, and right here in South America, in the so-called United States, which is still all our land put together all the way up to the Caucasus Mountains, you know what I'm saying, at the foothills of the Siberian Mountains. And that's about all our land that have been stolen. Yemen, all these countries have stolen, invaded, and taken away from the Africans, even right here. And even brought over a group of people that you breeded up with black people and created that mixed color race group of people calling themselves Indians, you know what I'm saying, that has stringy straight hair like a white man, is a white man in itself. It is just a graph of the black woman of them doing gonorrhea. No wonder they were so used to be the front page of what we see on television, which probably wasn't Indians at all, or whatever graph they had. But how in the world did you have slaves on an Indian plantation that created one of the biggest slave revolts that took place on one of the plantations? I think it was a Cherokee, one of them. You know what I'm saying? So who was these people? Because they sure wasn't Africans enslaving their own people. That wouldn't have made any sense at all. So it had to have been a group of people come from somewhere that you breeded up, or you breeded it up, same as you did with the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? Where you breeded up these lighter people and moved them to one side. You could have did the same thing and used them to represent as us in the world to whitewash the situation and even had them con the black people out of their land by paying them $5 and signing the papers, and they couldn't read, and knowing that the paper said that if they sign over the land all they're gonna get is $5. And I bet you when those people found out and rebelled, they probably hung them, killed them, and Inquisition did my people. But what goes around, my friend, will come around. So people need to pay more attention to what's really truly being said, you know what I'm saying, in these debates. Donald Trump needs to be straightforward and speak for the people. Because if you're going to represent the trueness of the people and prosperity of the people and bring true economy, bring true peace and true foreign affairs that will calm and bring this world to where it's at, we don't need no trickery. in the game. So you need to stick to the subject, you need to stick to the truth, and leave Creep Joe Biden fumble over himself. This is Point Black saying farewell. Stay tight, stay right, as we fight to unite. And if we have to, we're going to fight until we get it right. So I say, farewell. One, we will meet again.